you're receiving this message. It means that you are being communicated with, and that's really it. It has exclusivity, but it's more just like it's more like something that's never been done before, I guess, in my head. And if it had, then it's exactly as powerful as it is, and vice versa, or potent as it is or isn't, vice versa. To whatever reason, this has been sent or being sent, or has never been sent for that matter. Just to stop selling snake oil. It seems to be an impossibility. What's the fucking paradox to solve that? As a philosophy, and I ask questions of people who don't question, and I believe I have, to the best of my knowledge, to a certain extent, answers. Self-regeneration is a very, very, very much like their new worship, very hollow and very. I mean, what does a self-regeneration say when he's drowning, or he or she say when he's drowning? But I don't want to be politically correct. That's a joke that I made up, and I didn't make it up. I have to live it every day because we reflect a certain way. We see these things as a reflection. And I'm trying to say, like, hey, like hi, like that. That's it. Like just say hello. And I feel like there's a lot to this. There's a lot to your reality that you guys either don't know or you're just ignorance is bliss. Like you don't have to deal with it because you've already passed the esoteric fucking swimming test or whatever you want to call it. Because it's a swimming test, alright. You fucking guys, digital flood is a fucking funny thing like that. And it didn't look like you're wearing masks. But, I don't know. I'm just trying to be nice, before it turns into something else. Because I don't want to do that, It's not, I was joking around. When I sent that thing and I kind of confronted all you artists and say, hey, help my friends. It's kind of like fucking with you guys. It was kind of like, let's fuck with these guys' egos because they're so wealthy, and that kind of thing, and so well. But in different groups, you gotta admit, I picked different groups. I mean, the one guy, he does what he does, and the other guys. And the other ones, that's how I see it. I mean, the other ones, it's proportionate. It's very proportionate. But that's all I'm really saying to you guys. And that was it. Nothing mean, something totally sweet. I love everyone. I'm the loveliest guy ever. Guys are great. It's just that I wanted to kind of fuck with the ego idea. Because it's like, you go through this effort to do these things, and these are things that you doing now because you have the money. These aren't things you're trying to do to try to generate. You weren't doing these things to generate, before you did or became who you were. And before you were, you guys were all a bunch of kind of, not, I'm not saying that you may all still be dick suckers, but you were kind of a bunch of dick suckers to a certain extent. Even the guys that are like, because I saw it before you were it. And to me, it was just like, I agree. I could see that we as beings, we go through these different transition periods and we learn, and we're entitled to that. We're entitled to learning and changing, and that's something that's really sad about the eye. Like when you're in the eye of the storm, so to speak, through media and through now, it's just a mass digital flood of this kind of understanding. But and I totally understand that. And I don't know, maybe it's the first of its message, but this is like a Twitter distress signal, just to say, there's a lot going on. And if you really pay attention to some of these things and some of these projects in this kind of way, you'll be able to help go into subway. I mean, you gotta the weight that we attract or incur by the actions and the things that we do, even when we do good things and we're not really believing that, even when we do good things and we put blinders on and we got cornered, because there's one guy I know that I'm talking to directly that's part of this message, that he's going totally, like, and we can't, and you can't. I mean, empathy takes it to a point where it's just always supposed to be positive, and I'm not really even saying directly that this person, I have no fucking idea any of you guys are going through, but I have a feeling of waves. I know I can feel fucking things. I can, and it's not through interpretation of anything else but what I feel at the time to do what I'm doing, and I just wanted to express and connect with people on this level, and I'm like, the only kind of people that are really going to understand this particular level that I'm speaking to are the wealthy artisans of the time, to use that word loosely, because you do stuff, but there's a lot more stuff going on you guys are hiding from, stuff that's really funny and stuff that's really music-y, and stuff that's really not music-y, and something else is more of a way into just no longer being a hypocrite. I mean, there's levels of there's levels of hypocrisy just as beings, just as little meat things that we are. We suffer in a very different fashion, especially the way the weight and gravity is in this place at a subatomic level or whatever quantum babble bullshit kind of sense. And we suffer. We suffer from it. We suffer from many different things, but we don't realize. And our people as a whole is suffering. And it's just to give hope, man. You don't realize that you're in, like, you don't realize. It's just to give hope,